out about it that since embracing slow living, my daily rituals, my habits, and my idea of happiness has certainly changed. And there are a couple of things, little rituals and routines that have really helped me to enjoy and embrace this lifestyle on a day-to-day basis. And in this video, I want to share with you some of the tiny little habits and changes that bring me joy on a day-to-day basis and hopefully can help you too if you aspire to live more simply. So firstly, decluttering. Now I know sometimes when you hear people talk about decluttering, it seems a little bit overwhelming or like a mammoth task. You have to go through your whole home, your whole wardrobe, and just savagely get rid of a lot of things. But I like to have a little declutter, maybe every couple of months, even if it's just going through some cupboards in my kitchen or through my wardrobe, because it just helps to reset and refresh my space. Particularly with clothes, I can find that I will just accumulate so many items and barely wear them. It just leads to keeping so many things that you don't even need and can't even remember that you have. And a little test with this when I am decluttering is if I find myself saying the words, oh, like, I forgot I even had this. Oh, I remember this. I forgot this. That to me is then indicative of, do I really need it? Because if I do, likely I would remember I had it or I would use it more frequently than I currently am doing. So that's like a good little test when you are decluttering to determine whether to keep certain things or not. The second little habit is waking up early. Now I know this is probably the complete antithesis of what most people would say would bring them joy, and I have always been an early bird anyway, which I suppose is kind of lucky, but I just really love getting up early, particularly during the winter when it's all cozy and snug. So I tend to get up anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30 on most days. Sometimes I will lie in 2 if I really need my sleep. It just enables for a really slow and calm morning, which really sets me up for a good day ahead. And on a side note, another thing that I love to do when I am up early is to light a candle. Particularly when it is the winter time, I really just love having a little candle on when I'm getting up first thing in the morning. It's such a tiny thing, but doing it every day, it's just something about a candle that is inherently calming and very peaceful. And speaking of the morning, breakfast. Now, if you've been watching my channel for quite some time now, you will know that I am a breakfast fanatic. It has been my favorite meal of the day for as long as I can remember. It's something that gets me out of bed. I love having an exciting breakfast to look forward to, and personally it just really sets me up for the day ahead, fueling my body from the get-go. And I know it's not for everyone because some people just can't eat so early in the morning. It's something that I really look forward to every day. I'm going to do a video on some of my favorite breakfasts at the moment, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Keeping on the topic of food, the next one is baking. One thing that's really helped me to live a lot more simply too is baking, particularly bread, which is my absolute favorite thing to make out of any food because absolutely nothing will ever beat the smell of fresh bread. But when it comes to things like baking bread, it's great to do in big batches, so you save a lot of money and you can also freeze it too. And I just find the whole baking process really therapeutic and satisfying. It's also kind of meditative for me too, just tuning into whatever it is that I'm baking, focusing on that, and to top it off, you end up with something super delicious at the end of it. And the next little habit is time outside. Day to day, even if I'm super swamped and so snowed under, just getting outside for a couple of minutes every day, it's so transformative. It really does help me to reset, recharge, and how you feel after it, you never regret those couple of minutes getting outside for a little walk, a run, whatever it is. Particularly if you work in an office or you're working from home and the weather is so disgusting, like it is here in England, it can be really difficult to motivate yourself to go outside. But even on a rainy day, getting out my brolly, putting on a raincoat and spending a little bit of time outdoors just works wonders to just make me feel so much better. And it also just brings a lot of clarity if I've had a particularly busy day or there's just a lot going on. It's just a moment for yourself to pause and reset, and you certainly feel so much better afterwards. And speaking of feeling better, one thing I love to have is a little self-care routine. And this doesn't have to be super expensive or anything, but just taking a couple of moments in each day to look after myself, to practice a little bit of self-care with my skincare routine. Wearing something nice that makes you feel good just really helps me to feel my best and put together for the day. Because when you're put together and you look after yourself, you feel really good from it too. And a little ritual as part of this that I like to do are some homemade face masks. Some skincare can be really, really expensive, but I also have quite sensitive skin, so making a little homemade face mask not only saves me some money, it's nice to feel like I'm doing something good for myself, looking after myself. I'll make sure to include everything that you need for the one that I do. I've been doing it for years and it seems to work wonders, and I guarantee you probably already have all of the ingredients in your kitchen. And the final thing that brings me a lot of joy and helps me to embrace simplicity is celebrating the small wins. Any and every excuse to celebrate or enjoy something, I would definitely love to embrace it. And this doesn't have to be anything extreme or expensive. You can celebrate in whatever way that it is that you like. I really like to celebrate with food, be it making myself a really nice dinner or going out for dinner, hosting a little dinner party with family and friends. It could be going on a little day trip somewhere, your favorite walk, watching one of your favorite movies, going out for the movies, but just really embracing any and every small little accomplishment and celebrating it. It's just a little thing that brings me a lot of joy, helps build your confidence and momentum too. And I honestly do not believe that anything is too simple or small to celebrate. It's just about making the most of those small wins and special occasions. I think sometimes life can get so overwhelming and difficult. Any excuse to find a little bit of joy or celebrate is 100% worthwhile and really does make such a difference. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Those are some of the really tiny habits, although I don't do every single day, and are seemingly small, really do bring a sense of joy to my life and have helped me to embrace simplicity. So I hope that some of these can be inspiring or helpful for you too, and maybe make a bit of a difference to help you live more simply and find joy in the day-to-day. And let me know in the comments too, any of the little things that bring joy to your life on the day-to-day, because I would certainly love to know. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing too and join our little community. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate all of you taking the time to watch this and support my channel. And so wishing you all a happy and peaceful day wherever you may be, and I will see you again very soon in my next video.